Another aspect that you want to consider with the mail application is how to manage your contacts, and especially groups of contacts, which can make it really easy to email a group of people that you commonly need to communicate with. You'll notice up above the Compose button, it says Mail, and there's a little drop-down arrow. If I pull that down, I can go to Contacts and get a list of my contacts. And my contacts includes people that I've communicated with. So I'll see names in here I may not recognize, and those might be parent emails that I've sent like one email to in the past, or their staff members and things like that. If you go down to Directory, here's where you'll get a list of the email addresses of people in the district, and you can see which school they're associated with right there for most of them. If I want to add a contact, I can click the New Contact button. And you never need to add anybody who's already in the district. They have an email address with the same pattern that we normally see. So you can find them, but if you need to add a parent or something like that, you can click New Contact. You give them the name, you got a spot for email, work phone, mobile phone, address, you can add a note here. And if you want to add more information, pull this menu down and you can add additional information. You can even add a custom field if one of these doesn't quite fit. So I click Custom, I can give this label a name. And so it's wide open. You can add as much information as you need to for your contacts. Okay, what's really useful though is to set up groups of contacts that you commonly need to communicate with. And to do that, you click on New Group. I'll give the group a name, and I'll click OK. If I go back to My Contacts, and actually I turn the arrow down on the left side here, I can see some different groups that I've set up. And so here's the one I just created, My Department. So if I click on that, there's no contacts in this group. To add a contact, I click right here and I type in the email address. So if I want to add the people in my department, I can do that. A quick note here, you'll notice that the email addresses in our district have two varieties. There's the stanwood.wednet.edu, and then there's the scsd.ac. Both of these are valid. You can use either one. This is the real one. So the stanwood.wednet.edu, that's the actual email address. And the scsd.ac is an alias. So it's kind of a shortcut version. All it does is it redirects an email that comes to this address. So feel free to use either one, but this is the kind of the official one. So I'll just choose that one. And it inserts the given name of the person, the actual email address, and then a comma, and I can add more after that. So I'll just choose that one, and I'll just continue on here. And when I'm done adding members to my group, I click Add, and here is the group. Now, how would I use this group in an email? Well, let's go back to the email section, and I'll compose a new message. And then instead of typing in their email addresses one at a time, I can just type in My Department. And instantly, all of those are added to the list. Another thing I could do here, instead of putting it in the To column, is I could click the BCC button. And that means if I put in My Department here, they all get added to the blind carbon copy section. And so that means that each person I listed here will get an email from me, and they won't see any other names on that email. So they won't see any of the other department members who are there. They'll just get notice that I sent them an email, and that's it. So blind carbon copy is very useful in certain circumstances.